we have here is standing leg, hip, internal, external rotations. Essentially what we're going to be doing, bringing one leg up into hip flexion, quad should be parallel to gravity, big toe pulled up the entire time. This has to remain a constant through the duration of this input. From there, you're going to be internally and externally rotating at the hip. Try to feel the femur move in the hip socket. So it's going to look something like this. External, internal, external, internal. You want to stick the two endpoints. Stick, stick, going to the greatest range of motion that you can manage. From there, once you have the patterning down, add some speed to the movement. Boom. So my biggest emphasis here, I'm trying to feel the femur move in the hip socket as I internally and externally rotate. All the while, hip is in 90 degrees, hip flexion, big toe pulled up, chest is nice and tall. We're going to continue this movement until that hip can no longer maintain that flexion, that 90 degree, and the quad no longer is at that parallel position to gravity. So from the side, it's gonna look something like this. You'll get to a point where when fatigue kicks in, that patterning won't be as smooth, and it's going to be a challenge to really feel the hip move internally and externally. That's where you want to slow down the movement, stick it at one end point, then go on to the next side and stick it. The slower you go, the more time the brain has to process and you can execute the move. And once you feel comfortable, add some speed into it. Ample amounts of volume in this position. Continue the move until you reach the allotted time or the number of reps. When fatigue kicks in and the form doesn't represent what you wanted to, or as you started, that's when you stop and rest or you switch to the other side. This is the standing leg, hip, internal, external rotations.